Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land here on Transformation Tuesday. So excited to welcome our next guest. She's a stylist, Nikki Valentine. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. Such a great day. And it's like Transformation Tuesday. I'm like, oh, okay, I got a whole
Your day.
I got a whole transformation for you guys.
So, define for us your work as a stylist, because some people, especially if you're not in La La Land, don't understand what it is that you do.
Okay, it entails a lot, and you got to get down to the dirt of it because people think it's so, easy and fabulous. Like, no, we're sometimes on the ground tying your shoes. We're in your private areas.
You're
like
sewing up the
you're
dresses.
sewing. You are doing pulls. You have mailing situations where you have to have something shipped and it's not here, then you might have to catch a flight to go get it. Or, it's a lot of work.
But
and it's not all fabulous.
But the bottom line is you're really able to work with a client and establish a style for them.
Yes. So my clients usually come to me. They want a whole new look. Some people have, a look that they already have, and they were like, oh, okay, we just need to zhuzh it up a bit.
Up level.
Yeah, exactly. But I create images. So they basically just tell me, like I have a client now. He was like, oh, I want to be free. I don't want to do my norm. So I was like, okay, so what did you have for an idea? And then he told me, I was like, oh, okay, we're going to do, because I do hair and makeup as well.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, okay, we're going to give you
You
some.
are the whole,
I am a triple threat. I'm a whole package. You don't have to have 3 people. you just get me. So he was like, I just want a whole new look. I want to be free. I started doing his hair. He wanted like the dreads from that Michael B. Jordan had on. The little.
Everybody wants to be Michael B. Jordan.
He wanted the Wakanda dreads. So I was like, okay, we can do that. And he was like, I just want to change from my suits to something else a little more, just
raw.
Yeah. So, and that's what I do. And
So when you do
he
something
trusts
like
me.
that and he trusts you, I mean, obviously that's a state of mind. He's wanting to sort of get out of being,
his norm.
sort of
Too buttoned up.
Too buttoned up.
Yeah,
Rigid.
because to this free life. I mean, when you say I want to be free, that's huge.
It is
And
huge.
so here you kind of dread him out, go back to like that barefoot. I mean, so his attitude
has to match.
changes
It
with
does change. It does change. And I think this point in his life, he just came back from doing a tour at the Versace Hotel in Dubai. And when I dress him, he's usually like suits, more, I guess you would say like John Legend like type look. So yeah. So now I guess we're going somewhere towards like Lenny Kravitz.
But on the opposite side of that, with women or people who want a revamp or something, do you find that some people maybe are step into this glam? I know sometimes, like with my face today, I'm like, oh, I'm going to put on my workout clothes and then glam my face up, and here I'm wearing someone's makeup. So you change. Do people struggle with sort of stepping into what you've created for them?
Sometimes it's a little difficult, but once they see everything, the look and everything put together, they just feel it, and their whole personality change. I feel like when your hair done, nails done, everything did, that you just exude confidence, and when you have that confidence, you're just able to take on the world.
Yeah.
I love that. In psychology, we have this expression like, basically people are all nutty. Everybody's a nut. They're a little either too tight or too loose. Some people need loosened, some people need tightened. And a lot of what I think style does for people is it lets them shine or reflect out into the world those qualities that sort of lie dormant, right? So people that come across very professional, very sort of rigid and buttoned up, if you can help them relax their style a little bit, they can come across in a lot freer, sort of more, playful way.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's what gives them the confidence. Once you do that for them, they be like, oh, I can do this. I can do anything.
Yeah.
So,
What initially inspired you to do the work you do now?
okay, so it was weird. So there's the transformation part. So I guess I've always been stylish. Like I was 6 years old and I was picking up my own clothes. But I wanted to be a nurse, and I went to school for nursing, and I stopped. I was like, okay, I can't take it. Like it was too much emotionally, and just like with
Just blood.
yeah, blood.
Yeah.
So I actually had a tragedy that happened in my life. I was in a relationship. It turned abusive, and I left and moved away from it. I moved out of the place with him. I was in my apartment. My door was bust down, and he came in and he beat me, and we were fighting. And then I was having like a dinner party. When he left out, it was a gentleman there at the party. He punched the guy in the face. And the next thing you know, when both of them left, I heard 2 gunshots. And he was actually killed. So the guy he punched in the face waited for him to come outside, and he killed him. And even though we weren't together, we were in a relationship for years. And I was just like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And I literally stopped eating. I lost my job. I laid on my sister's sofa for 2 weeks, and I lost all this weight. I was about to get evicted from my apartment because of what happened. And I couldn't fit none of my clothes. I couldn't afford to buy any more clothes because I have no job. And I have a son. And I just went in my room one day and just tore everything apart. And I didn't have any formal training of designing, of sewing. I literally took my clothes together and glued them back together and created designs. So I started my business of that tragedy. And, All-Star Weekend, they had it in Philadelphia, where I'm from. And Warren G was walking down the hotel lobby. And I had on one of those denim skirts that used to be a pair of trousers. And I turned it into a long denim maxi skirt. And he was like, yo, that skirt is fly. He was like, where you get that? And my god sister, she was like, oh, she's a designer. She made that. And I was like, no, I'm not. And then I think it was like a producer or A&R, someone else behind him. And it was the group from back in the day called No Ends or something. So they weren't out yet. So he was like, oh, they're performing tonight at, All-Star Weekend. I need a stylist, to get them bring out from here so we don't know where to shop. Next thing you know, my sister, here she go again. Oh, she's a stylist too. And I'm like, no, I'm not. And then the next thing you know, I am in a limo going down South Street. Getting this guy getting this guy's style look for the show. I had to do alterations and everything, and I was like, I know I got to hem it up to take it up, but I can do a needle and thread. So I did, and that's how my business came together.
That's a great story. Thank you for being so vulnerable and strong and sharing that with us. And it's so incredibly inspiring to see the beautiful career you made out of such tragedy.
Yeah, and that's what it started. And that's why I was like, oh, Transformation Tuesday. The right thing. So, and I also from there, I just went into like local businesses, was, seeing my work and was like, oh, okay, we want to have you on Wednesdays to do fashion shows at a nightclub. And then people were wanting my designs and stuff, in their boutiques from Philly to Florida. So, and then next, someone called me, was like, oh, we want, Eve is my daughter, and she's doing I think it was a TV appearance or something. It was like, oh, I want her to wear some of your designs. And I also had a design worn by Sean Puffy Combs. P. Diddy or whatever. He changed his name all the time. Back then, I don't remember what it was, but he also wore one of my designs in his music video, and Mary J. Blige wore a leather halter top that I made out of a pair of leather pants. Wow. And she wore that in the Essence magazine interview and a cover.
That is so cool. Nikki, please tell everyone where they can find and follow you and get your designs.
They can find me at NV, not ENVY, is my initials, NVME_designs on Instagram. On Facebook is Envy Me Designs by Nikki Valentine. And I think I'm on Twitter too, but I don't really.
And you're going to be on Access in a second.
I am. I'm going back to Access for a follow-up.
Awesome. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having me.
We'll be right back.